on a new adventure.
And I'm just, they have a relatively free Pengu.
You know, the lane that he's gone into. No point in press the attack just yet, as actually they're trying to make another kill attempt here. Actually changing it up and changing onto CML instead of Natsby. He didn't actually have a point in the rage just yet.
The tower attributes. Is he going to go Shuriken Fade? Does he predict? Left, right, back and forth, hustler gets. Oh no. Once again.
Might even look to realize that and get aggressive again. With CML just getting a stack off. I did like the fact that he went Glaives of Wisdom level 1. You know, you're against a Legion commander, right? Like,
CML.
so rare that you're going to be able to...
Can they penalize his position? He tried to cut off the stack. Xiaoyu's going to be cautious of himself as well. And yep, the last word will tick him. Natsumi won't get a secondary kill. We'll just force back Hustler. See, he's only got... He does have 2 points, in fact, in the Ghoul Frenzy. So it's a lot of damage on Hustler. I don't know.
He's under the tower.
Yeah.
Like, you can arrow all you want, but, well, they're going to try.
I mean, the arrow duration isn't enough. At least he can't life steal back afterwards. Ooh, so much health from the stick, but he turned back around. He wasn't going to continue hitting Xiaoyu, and that cost him his life. He gets no assistance from any TPs as well. No one's made the journey just yet.
Raiders are actually going to fly over. I wonder if they'll try and get greedy and look to get a few of these pickups here onto the couriers. They're just flying right over them.
Oh, there they are. Smoke pops. Oh, no.
Right under the observer ward.
You need to get something out of this. So try and take the Ancients, but right now they're converging on the area. X back once again to the arrow. Nico just playing the bodyguard role, sitting directly in front of the Death Prophet. Can they burst her down before the Exorcism Spirits come back to heal up? And yes, sir, they can. Now the Tide Hunter, the next on the chopping. There's Nico. I mean, he'll try and hold his life, but it just gives Xiaoyu ample time for the Jewel to be able to respawn back up. And now, all of a sudden, he's got 20 damage in the arsenal. Oh, Boomy Smoke's gonna pop. Ooh, that's so close. CML2.
Radiant Vision
right
is
next
dark
to each other.
around that Roche pit.
I think they just saw Boomy. I believe they're aware of this, but Roche is still half health. Xiaoyu looking to jump. He hasn't found the target. Now they can turn back, kill off the heroes. They don't care about Roshan. The objectives are the lives. Let's not get rid of the Legion Commander. Now back to Roche they go. Max Exo. It's got about a quarter duration left. How do you start the fight now? They'll chuck in the boat. Natsumi, he's going to infest the safety. Someone needs to pick up the Aegis. Natsumi will be able to do so. Turns to chunk down the Mirana. Now they'll also catch Hustler on the back line. So Polaris hitting back and stemming the momentum after a team fight like that in the mouth of the pit.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Coming up.
Gotta be careful about, like, just filtering in one at a time, though.
Oh,
although
Max
the
infested.
is inside. Yeah, but he's out of exorcism.
It might... they might not be aware of this, though. They could heavily commit on Mac and then be penalized for it. Xiaoyu, there we go. Jules straight away out. Nico, if he wants to charge up the Ravage to protect the target. Still, Max falling incredibly low. The bonus health from the Infest is not enough. It looks like Neon, though, off the back of the BKBs, will use this to the defensive factor to TP out. Here we go. Smoke up from Neon. Polaris are a bit disconnected. They're going to try and join Mac at the top wave. All the lanes are in a very good spot for Polaris at the moment. How do you get the side of the fight for Neon, though? Boomy, not really the target. It's instantly Nico going to look to jump the back. The Ravage onto multiple heroes. They'll lay down the Global Silence as well. Xiaoyu, quick fingers, BKB, but they'll just chase him inside the river. He's got the movement speed to be able to get out to safety, but once this expires in the odds, Natsumi can just turn his attention to Zhanya well. Who still can play with a couple more leap charges, one more in the arsenal.
Regeneration.
We'll scout it once again. We see this cross map infest. It's got another leap charge. Xiaoyu's near the area. They don't really want to give up the Legion kill. They'd definitely be more than happy with Mirana dying as long as they can get the other lane shoved out. Mac will not have an answer. Or the Fear might come into play. Oh, the Axe shot duration not enough. He didn't want to prioritize his own BKB. With the Bissell on cooldown,
Bash?
Xiaoyu.
Bash?
Oh,
Oh, no.
First hit bash! Xiaoyu's just praying for that not to be the case, but of course it is. It's been a bit of an issue for the supports, but I'll charge up the Exo on Natsumi's siege, and they're going to look to try and jump and burst through, but the Aeon Disc Global Silence isn't enough to be able to keep him alive. It's not. Even the Infest from Natsumi, everything laid to try and protect the Death Prophet, who Mac has a buyback, instantly will rejoin the team with the Boots of Travel, and now Mac, second X is back up in the Arsenal, and Neon. I mean, they committed everything just to bring him down, and now how do we hold the top set of barracks here?
Even just the Dark Portrait, right? Like, it's getting...
Oh, Nico, what a ravage! On to 3. He'll charge up for the secondary one as well with the Gyrocopter PK, but he's not enough! He doesn't have a buyback, nor do the rest of Neon. They've got to force him out now. Arrow does get the connection. You don't kill Natsumi. This guy is unkillable.
Even puts the CTM skin right in their face. I mean, this is... Let's remember, these are both teams have players from the ex-Neon, right? So, CM, obviously, his skin on the ground, now a player for Boom. Natsumi had such a long run with Neon as well.
He's going to look to jump on top of the Death Prophet in the backline. He brought back previously, but again, this time, it'll be the Aeon Disc to protect Mac, and Xiaoyu will just get chased back to the ends of the earth. A dieback for him. And Januel gonna try and do it all in his lonesome self. Makoto stepping in to provide some assistance, but it's a 3 against 4. They still have the Aegis in. They've had enough as Polaris will take game 1 here.
Very nicely done. Again, the backgrounds, they are revealing everything. I just want to see what they're going for with this smoke as well. They do not have a strong level 1 lineup, that's for sure. He does it around the
bottom
time
lane.
where the creeps aren't quite
CML
there.
again's in trouble. The double stun combination, Hustler, Xiaoyu. They can't really battle up against Natsumi right now.
You know, muscle memory and just the thing that you
mid
do
lane.
as opposed to what's
Back.
good for this game.
He's in trouble here. 3 heroes surrounding the Tiny. The first lasso use of the game will secure them a kill on the Rockman, and also his first death as well.
Actually going the 3 points into the little shredder as well on the Snapfire. I mean, that's definitely a way to dish out some damage inside the Chronosphere.
It's going to look to TP up top. Natsumi will just lay down the Chronosphere to protect the Tiny, or will it even do so? Hustler on the outskirts drops the Finger of Death, which is a big kill on Tiny once again, and now Natsumi. The next target here, they got a little bit of distance away. It's maxed out Time Walk, so the cooldown allowing him to retreat back to safety. This is...
Has to be a little careful here. He doesn't even have RP skill.
Okay, nice big connection. They're going to push him actually further into the hands of Neon. And Boomy's even going to lay down the artillery from afar. A smoke just to give them that much more of a difficult time. Natsumi's going to be cautious because Makoto will find the lasso. Great use of the flame break. Bounce back. Boomy's still looking to stick around because he's got Mac to show off. A Tiny clean up cruise. He secures the double kill. And all in all, we did see no involvement CML. Bottom will be the area. As Boomy locked in the arena. Hustler will zap him down as well. That's 2 charges with a Finger of Death. Xiaoyu still sticking by. Mac's going to try and reveal the combo. Does he get the whole lot of damage? They even will lay through the Global Silence. Polaris, going to be cautious how long you stick. Nico's actually going to commit on forward. But meanwhile, they've locked on Tiny once again. Makoto finding a valuable target on the side of Polaris. I don't know if they'll catch up to Nico, though. It's got blink up in a couple of seconds, and yeah, he's out.
Winning team fights, they were also taking objectives, and it feels like it's a lot harder for them to win team fights because early on there is almost no damage potential inside of a Chronosphere.
Again? Try and get the arena. We'll lock in Tiny the moment. Boomy protected himself. He's going to lay down. The Kisses on top of the backline with the Chronosphere fighting 4. They've got the perfect setup to bring down 2 heroes to start, and Mac's going to rejoin the fight as well. The Avalanche Toss combination will rip apart Unknown's health pool. And now without the numbers, Neon, can they still stick around? Makoto's going to try and give them some form of retribution here, but they'll just avoid the back right and look to transition to the backline as they'll cut down the ET2. Still
The
looking
rest
to
of the team,
connect.
all ultimates to the ready. Yeah, why not?
Oster, great position. Max gonna look to jump and pounce instantly. So burst through the line. They've got a great ward on the back line as well. Even the high ground, so Unknown still farming. Max blinks on cooldown. Great ward placement from Januel. But they're going to be cautious, Unknown. Jump forward. Can they get the cookie placement? And the toss back. Global stance. There we go.
Great global.
Unknown completely out of position. Natsumi no messing around. He'll just drop the Chronosphere to secure the kill on top of the Gyrocopter. It'll be a whiffed RP. Nico not securing anything, but still, they're just separating the fight. As Xiao Yu, the third to fall. Makoto locked into
bash.
play from the bash. Natsumi jumping forward. Somehow Nico will keep his life. All in all, though, they're still looking to punish. Just Hustler a jump finger to zap him down.
Ended up popping the sticky napalm towards the end of his invis rune there, so at least he knows that Rogue
Back by
wasn't
jump.
sitting too low.
He's a bit separated from the team now. Nico to join. They don't get the skewer back. Global Sun trying to do whatever it can to protect the Tiny. He's pretty
Yeah.
difficult to go through, but the rest of Polaris do not want to commit forward. Nico's in trouble. Makoto can still jump, and some freebies given away. He's going to buy back instantly. They do not want to give over this Roshan. They know how important this could be to offer a way for Neon to take this second game.
Especially not with that cooldown being used. So, yep, they back off together as a team. Only Makoto... Well, I say that. They're turning around here.
Xiao Yu, the one to pop. Instantly is going to blink on forward. Claps on Boomy, but now with the Global Stance dropped as well, they're not really getting anything out of it. They'll actually drag back off to the western side. Makoto's down. A huge streak to claim and a massive component in the lineup of Neon. But how can they get more? As Mac, he's compromised his own position up on the higher ground when Neon feel powerful enough to deal with the Tiny. Again, I mean, Natsumi's going to run
Are they gonna
underneath
go
the
for
wood,
this?
and let's see if he's taking off. Global Stance instantly laid down, but it's another super defensive ultimate. See how they want to...
We're going to go back in again. It's only 2 seconds
go.
away from the blink dagger on Xiao
Doesn't
Yu.
get the
Nice.
catch. Xiao Yu's going to look to jump in instantly with the RP drop. They get 2 cores, but the damage is just lacking at the moment. Natsumi will drop the Chrono, but finally the Arsenal is coming from the northern side. It will not matter. All the ultimates wasted. They'll still clean off Makoto, but now with the BKBs expiring, they can jump in, clean off the Void, max the next target. And BKB will give him some opportunity to make it up on the high ground, but Unknown. It's a retribution arc for the position 1 on Neon, as the Gyrocopter performance this game is stellar. Let's see how far they can screw him back. Is Nico 20 yet? He's not. This is the play. Toss back.
Gonna
Skewer.
try.
There's no way. They didn't get it. He'll try now with the RP, but
they
no, the
tried.
Spear Arena pushes him further. Oh, it was a crafty attempt, but it's not enough. They'll try and toss Natsumi out of the arena. He can turn, dropping the Chrono onto 3. He's got to be cautious. Gear Splitter soon to fly. Nico, another attempt, but even
Trying
faster
again.
with the Yule Scepter. This time, it will not be the case. Maybe they can rely on the toss. Still, the attempt is there. Unknown, however, they haven't gone through the first life. They've got a buyback on Nico. We'll force it up.
Oh, not again!
He just blinked into it. They bought back recently, and that's going to cost him without the mag to play around with the skewer. They're in trouble for how they can hold. They're still 2 down. Maybe they've actually compromised their positioning. Neon have to be cautious. Mac will attempt to jump on the western side. He's on top of Januel, but more and while Natsumi will fall. He's got a buyback, still can rejoin the fray. But Unknown, reigning supreme, has got the age of satanic life still stacking up. They can't go through the gyro, even with all their buybacks coming into play. As even Xiao Yu's rejoining, and Januel as well. A 3 on 5, a toss again. This is all they can hope for. A prayer is then what they need, but we're going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Neon backs against the wall. They'll tie the series.
Again, like it felt like it went down to the draft for that one for me. I was not a fan of Neon's draft just because, like, again, the Faceless Void was your last pick, but it didn't really combo together with anything.
Alright.
Prepare for battle.
Alright, let's see what Polaris is able to pull out. Oh, well, this is not a good start for Nico. The body blocks need to be
Body
pretty
block.
perfect, but now with Xiao Yu's Gush, Buster will come through. Makoto claims first blood. We're setting up this win range up. Has to go ape, and getting first blood is going to set him up for a beautiful game.
Big wave too.
This is trouble for Neon. I mean, how can these three squishy heroes play against this? They're going to shove out the lane, and you will need some assistance from maybe Makoto. He's going to look to try and TP down, but Nico straight on top of the location as Makoto. Instant win run. Trying to burst through the death prophet at the moment. Mac,
Gotta be careful, Mac.
not as tanky though. He's going to dive deep under the tower, but he won't get the kill before he dies. So Makoto, a TP will stop the tower siege, and now Nico as well, forced further and further back. It gives Unknown he's level 6. Might be forced to use it to bring down Nico. Now we'll use the beams raining down to claim the killers. Well, that is a successful tower defense. Pulleth to the eastern side, but they're still not looking to jump just yet. Very
Max just taking it with
difficult.
Grip Swarm from the low ground.
And there we go. Smoke's gonna pop. The Radiant, they've read this movement. All the heroes nearby to at least protect the infiltration. But
Oh, nice shackle.
try and charge up, an even better Ravage from Xiao Yu, clipping onto multiple heroes, but still they get nothing out of it. As the Infrest from Natsumi just resets that fight to the northern side. They even catch out the Genuine Drycopter that was attempting the Delta split, and from that they now can look to a tier 1 tower. They are not going to force the tower down. I'll do it in small segments here. Mac is going to be so cautious. Still charged up. Natsumi needs to get the infest out. Is the health going to be enough? It's not. Now Natsumi is stepped over on the mark. Is back out to safety there. We're going to swap Genuel to the higher ground, so they'll trade a 1-for-1. Oh my god, Natsumi. That was all way too close.
Can't see him. They can't see him, but he can see you.
Oh, Nico, you going to stick? I actually want to jump on Boomy. He's got Mac behind him.
Bait this in.
Us is going to reveal. They still get the core down before the silence. Boomy, is he going to tick out to the last charge? It looks like Hustle will make sure he does. So they've got the numbers advantage. Gotta be cautious if they group up. Xiao Yu still looking to charge up the Ravage, but they have the backs up. As soon as Nico shows, the ward will scout him out. Just gonna look to TP in though. MKB also just completed. They'll drop the Doom instantly on top of the Titan Hunter, but Unknown. He'll charge up the BKB, look to hold back Polaris, but again, max the target. The Infest giving him the bonus health, the yields as well for the survivability. They've kited out the BKB so they can just turn to Makoto. What more can they catch from Polaris? There was a lot of ultimates committed. Looks like it just to pick off a Makoto they're happy with.
You have the Chain Frost, but I don't know if you want to make this happen.
Dire have perfect vision around the area. They're going to look to jump. What an Earthspike onto multiple heroes, but they can just now target the line. Roche is about to fall, but Unknown's incredibly weak. He can pick up the Aegis. They're looking for a TP out, but Unknown, they swap to cancel on a Ravage. Xiao Yu hitting all 5 heroes, but it's not going to matter as Polaris, their numbers overwhelming Neon inside the pit. They're going to push further and further back to safety, but Unknown's in trouble as Polaris, the unrelentless pressure will not give him the opportunity to safety. So they'll deal with the first life, and they'll soon to be able to claim the second, the buyback, and now the instant TPs. Is this going to be enough? How a heavy commitment from Neon. They need to keep Unknown alive. They'll be successful for the first star, but they've got to be cautious now. Mac charging up the X's, and the match will be able to burst him. Finger drop, ultimate as well from Unknown's. Plenty of damage to go through the 2 cores.
Man, Zhao is so good. With
Maybe Xiao Yu. He's pretty deep as well.
Definitely be worth it.
Okay, they'll drop the zoom. So what happened previously when they dived deep under the T2 tower? They're a little bit hesitant right now. Polaris, he can buy back and rejoin the fight, but instantly evaporating the Doom after the ultimate's committed. But it's not going to matter as Mac is hunting the backline. The Jar is the target. He's pretty cautious though. Yours, he needs it the nick of time. He uses it just before the reach, but the cancel was there, so he doesn't get the use of the bottle. CML's TP is cancelled as well. So 2 buybacks forced out, but Neon at least find 3.
See, Makoto is still a fair ways away from picking up that Lincoln, so...
Boomy just mindlessly running up the high ground. Max even going to charge up the Exo. He's got Arcane Rune, so a lower cooldown. They've got the backstab from Nico, so they'll target through the Gyrocopter. Roche is available too, but instantly Neon, they're going to look to smoke up. Who can they catch? Nico's the straggler at the moment. Boomy still swap on cooldown, so they're going to target the Doom. Pre-BKB, he can also rejoin the fight. Xiaoyu jumps instantly on top of the middle of the Ravage. Clipping the backline, but the damage isn't there as once again Mac is just forcing back the rest of Neon. He's still got to be cautious of his own positioning, but he's playing around with the haze. Can he get away from the beams? Reading down Hellfire as unknown. Picks up an incredible key component, but he's got to be cautious himself. He'll look for a BKB into the TPR to be successful at that, but the rest of Neon chunk down as Lifestealer deals with Hustler. Radiant there, smoked up as 5.
Radiant are
Aegis is
standing.
going to tick in 50 seconds.
CML's a good target to get.
Jump CML. They've also cats out Natsumi. The first Ravage used, they'll cancel out the life. Here comes a
that's
second.
Eclipse and Ravage.
But they've used everything, and now Makoto's in trouble. They won't even have to commit the Doom as they're able to chase through the Wind Ranger simultaneously throughout the river. Natsumi looking to clean up the backline, but they just need to reset, refresh their
this
position,
would
and
be
go
big.
from there. Natsumi, that's a huge target if they can bring him down, but the swap now giving him the damage mitigation. Natsumi's looking to turn, but still half health to play with the infested nick of time. Back out to safety, and they can't kill him off. The Lifestealer continuing to reign supreme as 4 are down, and Polaris can walk it down mid.
Rage duration always going to be super impactful against this lineup that relies quite heavily
Radiant's
on
middle
all of their
barracks are
spells,
under
and
attack.
You need everyone. You
continue
need
to push.
everyone
Yeah.
for the defense. Hustler's gone as well. No buyback, another tip. Make it another full set of barracks as well.
Radiant's bottom tower has
the
fallen.
Oracle continues. The Lich,
Middle
it did it.
barracks are under
The
attack.
memes.
Radiant's
We'll see.
bottom
There's still a T2 tower top.
Dire's
cannot
top
mega.
tower is under attack.
They can just
they'll
voice the
need to.
hand.
Fresh exorcism.
Radiant's middle
Ah.
He's even
Arcane
got
as
the
well.
Oh, there will rule this
See what Unknown can do. You got to be so cautious of a swap into the gaze. We saw previously objectives are falling. 1 tier 4 is down. A second soon. Neon, they've got to do something soon. Makoto, that's an incredible shackles, but Mac has just forced back the Luna. There's no damage at the moment to utilize a shackle like that. So Makoto's just hoping and relying that he can drag them off the objectives for the respawns. It'll cost him his life, but Polaris, back they go to the objectives. The Exo has worn off, but they're looking for another jump in as the Ravage. Xiaoyu will find multiple heroes, but still the Luna's doing nothing. Controlled and brought down. A dieback, and that's it. The 4th team eliminated from the Pro Series will be Neon after a Game 3 victory.
Dire
Very nicely done by Polaris. I thought, it was some solid performances coming out there. Natsumi again showing why he's such a beast on this position 1 lifestealer.